Hello, hello, hello. Baton Rouge, aka Red Stick, or should I say Bloody Stick. I wonder how they got that nickname. Maybe in the 1800s, 1700s, they must have had a stick gang that went around bloodying up their sticks. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord. You know, there are demons and demonic spirits that would run a whole city, would have that whole city under its influence. As you remember the story of Daniel, who was praying for a breakthrough, and it talked about this prince of Persia, this demonic spirit that ran that region, would not allow the angels to bring Daniel's answer to the prayer. So they had to send for, these fighting angels, these warring angels, that these angels of messengers would bring that answer prayer to the man of God. Nothing is new under the sun. We still are fighting, or still is at war with demons that occupy and influences a whole city. Yes, and these demon spirits have altars here somewhere, or wherever city that they occupy. There's an altar. There's someone that's feeding that demon, that devil, what it requires to participate in the individual's life or in that city's life. And a lot of times it be bloodshed, 99.9 bloodshed, or some type of sex demon, such as Bala PR. Here in the city of Baton Rouge, we got a problem with these SEX covenants. They are growing rapidly here in the city, from ages young as 14 to 18, from 20 to 35. This is how these SEX covenants are in groups here in the city of Baton Rouge. And these SEX covenants that is gaining popularity in the city, it's influenced by local leadership here, who are members of secret societies such as Bone and Skull, Freemasons, Eastern Stars, etc. Most parents who are Masons, Eastern Stars, they influences their children at a young age to participate in magic, to learn and teach them about spiritual gifts, to teach them about the manipulation of energy and the siphoning of energy, to teach them how to, do spell work at a young age. These organizations are like, if I would compare them to a society to a society or company that is well known, I would say the NFL. You know how the NFL go out and they look for talent, talent that sets them apart from normal talent. And what these secret societies look for are people that are spiritually talented. And they want that individual to join their team, to do spiritual work for them. Yes, to, give them the upper hand, so to speak, in the spiritual realm. Let me share a dream with y'all I had a dream a few years back. No, was it? A few years back, I had a dream And in this dream, I was in this cubic shaped room that was white, radiant white, so white that the walls, the floor, and the ceiling looked like light. That's how white it was. And I was laid out on the floor in this cubic shaped room, buck naked, laying on my stomach. Couldn't move, couldn't do nothing. And then all of a sudden, a little door opened in one of the walls, and this goat came strutting out and came toward me, and he came and he stood on my right side. And I couldn't do nothing but look up at him like this. I'm helpless. I can't move. I can't do nothing. And he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. But then all of a sudden, another door opened. Boom. And here comes the lamb. Y'all already know who the lamb represents. And boy, that goat, which represented the Satan, took off. Shot to the corner of the room. Satan was coming to try to lay claim to me. But Jesus entered the door and said, oh, no. That's my first round pick right there. So Satan tried to come and claim me. On my Facebook page, if you scroll down through, you will see actually a real photo of Satan as the goat. That's not Photoshop. That's a real picture that I caught on my Google cameras out in the backyard. He was out in the backyard overseeing what he had sent his soldiers to do. Yeah, he was overseeing their attacks. And he stayed way back by the canal. My cameras caught him. And so what I'm trying to say is that the devil's out to recruit people, and God is as well. You see, the gifts are given by God. The talent is given by God. Amen. But some people, would choose to go and join the other team when it was this team that gave you your gifts and your talent, and you go run over there and you join the other team. And so the Freemasons and these Eastern Stars and Bones and Skulls, and they work for the enemy. They work for the devil, and they out to recruit people who's got spiritual talent. People who has spiritual gifts. You see, and I happen to be a very talented person in the spiritual realm. Waking up late, getting in touch with my spirituality, my gifts and my talents. Late, I'm what you call a late bloomer, but don't nothing get over close. And everything happens in God's timing. And so a lot of things I went through, it was lessons that I needed to learn before I got to this point. Because as I go back and I look over the lessons that God has taught me through circumstances and situations, I see where they are benefiting me now. You see, one thing I did understand as a young person is that as a child of God, everything is spiritual. And to always be on the lookout for God trying to teach us a lesson. You see? And it's through these circumstances and situations, these trials and tribulations, that he's teaching us before he put us on the big field with his lights, cameras, and action. So God has been training me up for all these years for this moment that I'm facing in my life. And no, this is not the Super Bowl. This ain't even the playoff. This is regular season. But I've been making progress. The score is close. It's tight. Third quarter. I'm getting the feel of it, and I'm seeing how, the practices that I have been putting in the past is benefiting me today. Yes, I do. The time that I took out to study the scriptures, how it's benefiting me today. But anyway, in the city of Baton Rouge, we have a problem. And the problem is these SEX covenants that is overseen or that is overseen or is, how can I say, that are is influenced by these Freemasons, Eastern Stars and Bones and Skulls. They're trying to find someone who is spiritually talented that they can put on their team to use them to make plays for them. You see? And so these SEX covenants are, it's spreading among the youth today. And I'm so mad with whoever hacking my accounts. I can't even, I can't go live. I can't post no more than a 20-minute video. It's crazy. Whoever hacking my social media accounts, man, you need to stop it, man. Why are you trying to hide me? Why you don't want nobody to see me? Why you don't want nobody to hear me? Man, y'all some real haters out there. Y'all hate. And I want to send a shout out to these NAACP attorneys, for helping to close the door and to stop a black man for getting justice. When my civil rights has been violated, spreading it out, nobody work with him. I want to give you NAACP people great congratulations that y'all really some stand-up guys, and y'all really believe that Black Lives Matter. But everything is going to be okay with Brother Charlie. You see, because I don't think like y'all people think. You see, I'm here to do work for my Father in heaven. And everything is going to happen when he wants them to happen for me. But I want to send a shout out to you young men, you elderly men of the NAACP, stand-up guys who truly believe Black Lives Matter. All Black Lives Matter. But anyway, we have the issue with the SEX covenants here in Baton Rouge. And these covenants, these SEX covenants are established children young as the age of 14. You see, there's this 14 to, I would say, 17 to 18 group. And then you have the 20 to 35-year-old or 32-year-old group where they're throwing these sex parties. And people are being sex trafficked through the dark web, because this is what is happening in these SEX covenants. Some people participate in them willingly, and some participate in them unknowingly, just being invited to a freak off. But what they don't know and understand is that they're being recorded live. And the sponsors of these SEX covenants is no more other than these grown adults, some of these city leaders right here in Baton Rouge that are members of the Freemason, Eastern Stars and Bones and Skulls, promoting SEX trafficking through the dark web, doing energy work on people that are unaware of what is taking place. Because one of the ways that they siphon that energy, it could be done through electronics. You see, it is one of the main ways that energy is harvested is through sex. In one of my videos, I was talking about Baal PR, or Bala PR, which was a sex demon. And in his temple, he would have these prostitutes, and they would perform all kinds of, sex acts. It would be debauchery at its finest, a.k.a. Diddy parties, you see. And a lot of sexual immorality, just a lot of lawlessness, a lot of overindulging in fleshly pleasures. And in these acts of debauchery, the spirit of Baal PR is conjured up. You see, he's conjured up. And then he attaches itself to vessels, you see. And when I'm talking about a vessel, it's not so much as being on the inside, but inside of your aura. This is where this dark entity wants to dwell inside your aura. You have an aura that is a 360-degree dimensional, all around you as a ball, big ball. Just picture a big ball around you, a big ball of energy that's all around you. That's your aura, and that energy flowing all through you. Well, that entity wants to come inside your aura and siphon your essence and take control of your mind and to lead you down a path of sexual pleasures or fleshly pleasures, aka debauchery. And in these SEX covenant, they raise up young witches and young warlocks. They attach entities to these individuals, and then they send these individuals out into the public, amen, to create these freak-offs, where it's, group sex, a lot of drug using going on, a lot of alcohol drinking is going on, just a lot of lawlessness. And they're doing these things with hidden cameras. And you have these energy vampires, these energy harvesters, watching all of this take place live. And as the act is being performed, and as they watch it on the device that they're watching, this illegal sex traffic activity going on, they're siphon entity. They're doing energy work on the people that is gathered at the party, participating in the debauchery. Remember, in one of my other videos, I told you that sex is one of the most spiritual things you can do or participate in. Man, my video went too short. But anyway, these covenants age group starts off at the age of 14 to 18 to 17. Let me tell you how I know. Back in January, I was on Seeking Lane. This is when I was homeless on the streets. I was at the Waffle House Park, and these two young brothers pulled up in a truck, and they hopped out, and they had on these sorority jackets, and they were no more than 16 years old. But during that time, I had saw other younger groups. And the Spirit was telling me what was going on with these kids. And so I ministered to them, and I didn't say anything ugly to them. I just ministered to them. And I could see that the two were, sexual active towards each other. And these were two young black men. And you could see that they were sexually involved with each other. And like I say, when there is a Freemason in the household or someone that is a Luciferian worshiper, Eastern Star, Bone and Skull, but I know they don't say that they're Luciferian worshipers, and many of the people don't know that they're Luciferian worshipers until they reach a certain degree. But as Joshua would say, as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Well, this is their mindset on the other side, who are Lucifer worshipers. As for me and my house, we're going to serve Lucifer. So they bring their whole family to Lucifer. And they get them to begin to participate and train them up in magic and in energy work. So these kids start off at a young age knowing how to manipulate the energy and know how to do spell work. My video is going to be so short, y'all. I'm going to come back, though. So in the city of Baton Rouge, we have a problem right now, y'all. And it's these SEX covenants. And there is the spreading of STDs, such as AIDS, that is breaking out among these covenants. And many people are not aware of it. You see? So I'm trying to open up the eyes of the people today on this subject. It's not cool to go and join these SEX covenants, because you're going to end up getting an entity attachment. You're going to end up getting hooked up with Bell PR.